Hey guys, it is very early. Well, it's technically still yesterday as you're seeing this, but I am off on another adventure. I'm going to try once again to get some good galaxy photos. I love astrophotography, but I live in Florida. It is really, really bad down here for light pollution and just general weather conditions. I'm always checking, and once in a blue moon, we get some good conditions where everything lines up. I mean, it's tough because you have a number of variables that have to set right. And here in Florida, there are literally a handful of places in the entire state where it's even possible, if the conditions are right, to get good astrophotography photos. There's just so much light pollution and a lack of spaces to do anything. In the places where there is no light, there's no road. It's all swamp. So there is, the closest spot to me is about a 3-hour drive north. So I'm off right now. It's about 10 o'clock. And tonight, conditions look really good between about midnight and 3. And then okay from 3 to 5, but I don't plan to be there after 3. I should be getting there about 1. I'll probably end up shooting an hour, hour and a half, assuming everything goes normally. But I mean, the moon is setting at midnight, so that's the number one thing that has to happen. And that has to coincide with the coldest hours of the day, and that's the wee hours of the morning. So that lined up. Cloud cover is nothing tonight, so that's really good. The transparency is not bad. That's mainly affected by the moisture in the air, and it's looking over the Gulf of Mexico, so that's really dependent on the trade winds coming through, and that's pretty darn good. I mean, it's about as good as it gets. It never gets perfect. It's not like the desert out here, but it's as good as it gets. Other factors aren't so important for what I'm doing, taking photos from a camera, but they're even good if you're using a telescope tonight. So, bottom line is, I should be able to get the best photos possible in Florida if everything goes right. Now, if some of you are watching this, you might remember the last time I tried this. I'm going to that same location that I found because I didn't get to shoot at it, but it looked really good. And I ended up burying my car all night for several hours, and that really sucked. I'm not going to go through that again. So I'm not playing around. I got a shovel, so just in case anything happens. But I'm also completely avoiding the beach. I mean, I'll show you when I get there, but it goes from packed sand to loamy instantly, and you can't see the difference. You can tell when you're walking on it. And I got stuck just because I was doing a U-turn. I was looking around. I still had 50 feet to the shore, but the sand just shifted and the car just went boom, and that was it. So I'm not going anywhere near that. I'm parking up by the trees and I'm walking anywhere I need to go. But I think I know exactly where I want to go, and I'm going to park by the road. Absolutely no danger. So, and it sucks because it's so far out. I mean, there's no address. It's just a set of coordinates. I'm out of cell phone range. So it's out there. But that's what you have to do to get out of the light pollution. So anyway, I'm going to head on up there. It should be maybe 1:30ish by the time I get up there. And hopefully tomorrow or the day after that, I'll be able to show you some really cool pictures that I got. Won't know exactly what I got till I get home and develop them. But we'll see. It's worth a shot. So we're cruising north here. This is on US 19. It's the major non-freeway road, and pretty much the only thing north around here. It actually goes all the way up to New York. It would take you quite a long time to do it instead of taking I-75, but it'll get you there. Anyway, this is how it is pretty much all the way up. You got these really bright lights all the way through, and we had a lot of little towns and little cities for about the next hour, and then past that it gets pretty desolate and pretty dark, and then you go stretches of about 20-30 miles between cities. Okay, we are just north of the last little town. We've got 70 miles to go, 50 of it on this road, and then I turn off and go 20 miles kind of into the swamps, basically. Go all the way to the end of this one road and find my spot. Temps are starting to fall. They were 76 when I left the house. We're down to 67. And it's 11:30. The moon is just dipped over the trees, so it'll be set fully by the time I get up there. I had to make a quick stop at a store. I realized that I forgot my eyepiece cover. I had it out when I was doing lens calibrations for a client last week, and I didn't have it in my pack. But it's nothing some electrical tape can't cure. So I got a little roll of that, and I got a bag of corn nuts. Got to have that on a road trip. That's my staple. And I'll tell you what, it can be pretty hazardous out here. There's just a ton of deer. I don't know if you can see them, but I mean, pretty much the last 10 miles, they're all over the place. So it's good that there's not much traffic. I can drive with the brights on, but you don't want to be speeding through here, that's for sure. They're on both sides, and they don't care. I've hit a deer before, and if you've done that, you know it's not pretty. Well, I'm here, and surprisingly, I'm not alone this time. There's a few campers out here. So that's good. Nothing bad is going to happen in the middle of nowhere again. I'm actually at the second spot that I wanted to go to. The first one, which was my original plan, I'm passing on because they installed this huge floodlight. There's a boat ramp there, and they installed a huge floodlight on the ramp itself. So that kills any photo opportunities. Here, I'm just down the street, and there's no lights. There's a tiny little bathroom, but it's just got a regular light bulb overhanging it. Like, you can't see your hand in front of your face down the beach here a little bit. So I'm going to take a little walk and find a spot and have some fun. Okay, I know you guys most likely see absolutely nothing but black right now, and my eyes are going to take a good 15-20 minutes to acclimate, because I've been looking at the dash of the car and the headlights and everything. But oh, I am just amazed. I could lay on the ground right now all night. I can see the Milky Way clear as a bell right now, and it's only going to get better. I don't even have the camera set up yet. Wow, I don't remember the last time I've seen it. I must have been a kid. It is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I gotta set it for pictures. This is just way better than I thought I was gonna get. Oh my God. Well, I'm experimenting. I'm getting some really good stuff. Just beautiful stuff. What you see here is what I can see with my naked eye right now. That's the Milky Way you're looking at. And I'm just experimenting with camera settings here. Shutter times and ISOs to see what I can get the best results from. And I'm going to walk around a little bit and try to play with what I got in the foreground. There's a pier here. It's completely in the dark, but shows up during long exposure. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to mention. Like a complete dumbass, I brought the wrong tripod adapter. I brought the one for my video tripod because I had just done a cigar video, and I thought I had one packed for my photography tripod in the bag, and I didn't. So I am basically hand-holding all these shots, and I'm just trying to, brace it as best I can, but it's pretty hard because I'm, tilting way up. So I'm getting a lot of crap shots and having to retake a lot over. But I'm going to do everything I can possibly do because I made it all the way out here this time. That's what I get for rushing it, instead of just taking my time and doing things right. Well, I am happy. I shot for a solid hour. It's 2 o'clock. And, the Milky Way was... Ooh, there goes my light. There, it's back. The Milky Way was just the star of the show. I mean, there's tons of other stars out. It's just crazy. But the positioning, I wish that timing was a little bit better, but I am not complaining. It was pretty much directly overhead. And you can get some really cool shots if it's near the horizon, because then you can line it up with stuff. But, I played around. I did some nice low shots to kind of maneuver around as best I could. I was starting to get eaten up because I was right down in the water, into the seagrass and everything. I was starting to get eaten up by mosquitoes, so I kind of cut that short. But I think those might turn out to be the coolest shots. And, man, it's incredible out here. But even the light coming from the back of the camera, just the display and everything, completely washes out my eyes. I can't see the sky unless everything is dark for a good 5-10 minutes. But man, when you can see it, it's just amazing. I mean, you don't need to take pictures of it. You don't need a camera. You don't need a telescope. If you can find an area that is truly dark, and it's rare in Florida, that's all I can say. I mean, this isn't even dark because there's a campground right there. But as long as I'm not looking at it, it's okay. And obviously the pictures came out really well. But truly, to get really dark, I got to go to the Everglades. And I'm just not doing that for some fun photos on a whim. But you know what? If I was ever in the area, like on vacation again down there, I might make it a point to check conditions during my vacation. Anyway, if you get the chance, if you've got a true dark sky area around you, go on out one night if conditions are good and just lay on your back. Seriously, it's truly amazing. Absolutely nothing like you can see anywhere near civilization. It's just physics, okay? I don't care how dark you think your backyard is. If you live within a few miles of a city, a town, anything with lights, you cannot see what I'm seeing tonight. It's day and night. All right, time to get back home. Okay, home again. It is 4:30. I am beat. I'm going to go in, back up the photos, and crash. I'm not even setting an alarm tomorrow. I will let the phone wake me up. I'm sure somebody is going to be calling me. Oh, that's my cue. Well, it's mid-afternoon. I got plenty of sleep. I'm going to develop my photos, go for a ride here. But first, the mail came, and I did one of my friends a favor, and she thanked me by getting me this awesome rub. This is sweet. It's called Kansas City's Cowtown, the Squeal Hog Rub. Be awesome on the next pork. I do, that is for sure. It says this squeal rub is a seasoning that helped win the American Royal Barbecue Contest twice. Coat your hog or bird with this magic powder and prepare to munch. Thank you very much, Stacy. That is awesome, and it will certainly go to good use. Cannot wait to try it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Morgan, thank you very much sending in your HTC phone here so I can use it as a music player. That is absolutely perfect for what I need. So I'm going to charge it up, load it up with some tunes, and won't use it today because I'm going to go right out right now, but I will be able to use this right away. So now I can film video with my phone and play music with your phone. Awesome. So I got to put that second mount back on my bike now. Should fit because it was made to fit the iPhone 5, and I can just squeeze and cram this in. I don't care if it's a perfect fit, just needs to stay on the bike. Awesome, man. Thank you. Well, like I said, I did get plenty of sleep. Didn't get a phone call, so I woke up, early afternoon, got my coffee going. I'm going to go for a ride because I need to shower and shave. It's awfully late in the day, and I feel scruffy. I think I'm going to have to touch up my hair again. I don't think the guy took it as high as I wanted him to. It's hard to tell when they're actually cutting it. It's like a few days later, I can feel where it's laying and exactly where the lines are. I don't know, it just feels like a half inch too low. There's like parts of it that bug me, like touching the back of my car seat and the head restraint. I can tell it's just not where I want it. That's all right. Easy enough to buzz at, especially when it's fresh. Anyway, bathroom guy's still MIA. Left him another message today. Yeah, I realistically don't expect to hear from him again. So, this weekend, I can't remember what my calendar's like. I think my Saturday's open, so I'll probably go to Home Depot and get some mortar. Figure that out. I really don't want to have to buy a mixing drill just to put up 10 tiles. So maybe they'll have one I can rent, or I don't think I can do that by hand. That stuff's really thick, so I'll see what they have for rent. They probably have one with the mixing attachment and everything. I mean, it was a big electric drill. It's not like a little handheld thing. And what else do I need? A couple buckets, no big deal there. I should be able to at least get the shower tiled, figure that out. Shouldn't be that hard. I'm going to have to buy a wet saw. That's going to be, maybe I'll look into renting that too, because I should be able to knock it out in a day to figure that out. There are going to be some complex cuts because I have 2 more of those corner shelves to put up. He just, I don't know, he took seriously about a half hour per tile to do all his cuts and put them up. I know I can do better than that, even never having done it before. So I'm budgeting 1 day, finish the shower tile. From then on, it's pretty dang simple. There's some caulking to do, some grouting to do. I mean, that's not rocket science whatsoever. And then it's just installing, putting up the light. I might do the light even tonight because it's ready to go in. I just have to get some anchors. I think I may even have some because I've done a lot of picture hanging around here. I'll see what I got. That can probably go right up and wire in. And the mirror hangs with just a couple normal hanger anchors. Toilet is no big deal. I've got all the parts. I got the wax ring and I got new attachment inlet lines. Same for the sink. I just need some silicone caulk, and I need some caulk to go on the back of the vanity, some around the corners of the shower. I will need to get a masonry drill, or maybe they have one specifically for tile and porcelain, because I'm going to have to drill 4 small holes through the wall tile to put up my shower rails, and then it's just silicone that in. That's no big deal. So yeah, the tile, cutting the tile and mixing the mortar, really the only 2 things. I got to paint the ceiling. Should I do that before or after? I should probably do that before, huh? Okay, so I got to sand that, and I got to sand and redo the corner because it turns out the painter guy did totally mess that up. I got to mud that flat. Okay, so yeah, I got quite a bit of work. It's just a whole bunch of little stuff, but it's nothing hard. That's the point. And like I said in my comments, it's not about can I do it. Of course I can do it. Any idiot can do it. But it's the time. I work 12 to 18 hours a day. I got my cigar site. I got my photography. I've got teaching. I've got computer stuff. It's just ridiculous. And then I sleep when I can. So, anyway, it'll get done. It's dang close. I can taste it. The hard part's over, but I just got to get the time. So we'll see what happens. Let's go for red. Okay, well, I'm back, and 2 things happened on that ride. 1, I got to test iOS 7 and how it handles calls during videos. Doesn't happen exactly like a couple beta testers told me, so either they were wrong or something changed between the beta and the release version of iOS 7. Previously on iOS 6, if I got a call while I was riding, usually it would just stop the video. If I was on a tripod where the proximity sensor was not picking anything up, like the side of your head, it would crash the phone, and I would have to hard reset it. Buttons were non-responsive. I heard that particular crash bug was fixed in iOS 7, but I also heard what was supposed to happen is if you were recording a video and you got a call in, it would just pick back up and keep recording video after it hangs up. Maybe that's true under certain circumstances. That happened to be the bathroom guy that called, and I just obviously let it go to voicemail while I was riding, and it did not pick up the video. So unfortunately, today's ride video is just going to be half of it. But I did finish it, and yeah, maybe it only happens if I pick up the call and hang up, not let it go to voicemail. I don't know. Have to do some testing on that. Maybe I'll have the wife call me tonight and we'll do some testing and see what happens and see if I can nail that down. But I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping it would just pick back up, because that would be really perfect for doing rides, because I do often get calls while I'm out doing a ride, unless it's really early in the morning, or, well, not even really late at night. I get stupid clients, not even clients, stupid public calling me till 9, 10 o'clock at night, and they think that's completely normal to call a business. They find me on Google or whatever. It's like, are you serious? I don't know why I bother picking up sometimes. But anyway, today's video just stops. So it didn't crash, but then again, it normally didn't crash doing a ride anyway. It would crash when I was doing a cooking video. So it's been a while since I did one of those, so it hasn't crashed on me yet in iOS 7. I haven't been able to test it. So I don't know when I will be able to test that again. I keep saying I need to find a new recipe, but the problem is I have so many dang good recipes that I'm so happy with what I've already created and found that I just keep remaking some of my favorites. I mean, seriously, I have like, I don't know, 24 up right now, at least. And they're, with like one exception, they're all really, really good. Like, I wouldn't hesitate to make any of them because they're that good. So it's just a matter of what am I in the mood for, and I've covered, a lot of the bases for healthy stuff: veggies, lean pork, tofu, chicken, fish, smoking stuff, crock pot, steaming stuff, baking stuff, some really good desserts, which I haven't made again. I don't have a sweet tooth. So, I did the desserts pretty much for you guys. I just wanted to see if I could do it, but I never make desserts. I never buy desserts. I have nothing against them. I just don't crave them. So I don't even think about it. But I've never made any more brownies other than the ones I did, 6 months ago now. So, I'm more of a meat and potatoes guy. And so that's kind of what I tend to go for. Anyway, I will leave you with some of the shots from the wee hours of this morning. I'm very happy with what I got. I think under the circumstances, it's the best that could have been done, and they're really beautiful. What you see here in the video isn't going to do them justice, because at the most you're seeing a 1080p picture, and they're like, I don't know, 8 times that in full resolution. So they're really beautiful. And that's about it. That's all I got going on today. Oh, meant to tell you what the bathroom guy said. As I kind of thought, just really, really poor communication skills, which again, I'm finding very common in these contractor guys. He left me another message. I didn't pick up. I was writing, and he said, yeah, sorry about that. I left him a message again today. I said, hey, haven't heard from you. Just call and see what's up. Not really pissed, but, come on, dude. He's like, oh, sorry, it got really goofy the past couple days. Can I come tomorrow? Just leave me a text and let me know if it's okay. I'm like, okay. So I texted him. I said, yeah, tomorrow's fine. You need to send me a text if you can't make an appointment. It's one of my huge pet peeves, and it happens in photography too. I have fired clients for being chronically late. I don't care. I don't put up with it. I fired one of my longest term, one of my original commercial clients. Happened to be a, what was he? Was he a cigar guy? What did he do? No, he did clothing. Wooloot. I did him for years, and some people just have the mentality of, I'm king, I can do what I want. He would skip appointments. He would be hours late for appointments. No calls, no show, no text, no nothing. And one time, I started assessing him $50 late fees, first of all, because that's just ridiculous. And this last time, he missed an appointment, and I texted him, called him. It was up to an hour later, and I sent him an email. I said, you missed your appointment. That's a $50 fee the next time you come. And he's like, I'm in a meeting. I said, okay, you had an appointment here. He just didn't care. I fired him. So I don't care. I don't have to put up with it. I work for myself. If you're a jackass, get out of here. It's my studio. Bye-bye. With that, here are the beautiful astrophotography photos. And like I said, the Milky Way was definitely the star of the show. See you guys tomorrow.